All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Warakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter what they may look like, whom or where they may be. To the rest of the church who believe as well, including the dead in Yahweh Shai, and the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. All right. So I'm going to just bring out, a few scriptures, but basically, touching on faith a little bit. All right. So I'm going to go to the book of 1 Corinthians. Chapter 9 and verse 22. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. So there's brothers in this truth who may not have as strong as faith as you do. Their foundation may not seem as sturdy as your foundation. But sometimes you have to learn how to become all things for all men. If you know a brother in the truth, let's say he likes basketball. Well, maybe if you can somehow mingle basketball into the conversation, it might help the brother understand where you're coming from. That might be a bad example, but whatever. I'm just a man. Okay. Although in this truth, you might be stronger and another brother may be weaker in faith, he's still a brother in the faith. And part of our job is to still uphold one another while at the same time seeking out your own salvation. Okay? To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. And it says save some because, we can't save everybody. The scriptures does not speak on everybody being saved. All right? Anyways, I'm going to go to the book of Romans. Chapter 14 and verse 1. Him that is weak in the faith, receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. All right, and going into that word disputations, one of the definitions is a distinguishing, discerning, judging. Strong's definition from Greek 1252. Judicial estimation, discern, disputation. Okay? Him that is weak in the faith, receive ye. So some brother's faith is not as strong as yours, but not to doubtful disputations. Verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. So brothers come into this truth and they have their own spirit. One brother's faith may be stronger than the other brother's, but just because your faith is stronger, the scriptures tell you everyone is not born with faith. So for that brother to have any amount of faith, it's still a blessing. Okay? Just like when Peter wanted to walk on the water with Yahweh Shai, for a while, he walked on water until he looked down and started to fear. That little bit of fear is what allowed him to descend. But Yahweh Shai was still there to hold him up. So that's how, we are to be with our brothers spiritually too. We got to hold each other up. And if you rebuke a brother, sometimes you got to let the brother know, hey, man, there's times I go off too, man. This isn't personal. It's business. We have to be on point as much as possible according to the scriptures, man. All right. Another esteemeth every day alike, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So at the end of the day, you have to be persuaded in your own mind in this truth. Every man has his own path to walk in this truth. And I believe I came across a definition for path. out of nowhere. And I'm going to have to bring that out one of these days. Okay? Hell, I might even, do it today if the Lord allows me before I go to work. All right? Let's see. I'm going to jump down to 22. Hast thou faith? Have it to thyself before God. Happy is he that condemneth not himself in that thing which he alloweth. And he that doubteth is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith. For whatsoever is not of faith is sin. So to brothers who are weak in faith, you have to understand something now. You can be condemned. You can be damned for doubting. What we're involved in is highly spiritual, and a lot of spiritual things cannot always be explained. And that can cause someone to doubt. But to actually not have faith is actually a sin. So the little faith that brothers do have that may be weaker than others, be grateful that you have some faith and you believe. All right? But don't doubt. Don't fall into doubt. That doubt demon, well, that's actually a sin, man. All right? Plus, here it is, the Lord's performing all these great prophecies and showing his great works, and he hasn't even started yet. So, hey, man. Hey, this is beautiful, all right? Hebrews 10 and 22. Let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith. So you have to have a full assurance of faith, man. Okay? There's times you're going to fall off. There's times you're going to look at yourself and you're going to question if you're a man of the Lord. But regardless, you got to understand that in order for you to even be in this truth and for you to still be going, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is still dealing with you. And he called you. You didn't call him. So we have to have full assurance of faith, because the time will come where everything we're prophesying is going to come to pass. And that is not going to be the time to be like a piece of wrinkled up paper and you getting folded up, man. Your conscience is condemning you because you haven't been on the highways and byways, 4 months, and out of nowhere all hell break loose. You're not going to have full assurance of faith in that day. Your conscience is going to be condemned. That sin is going to run up on you, man, and remind you, hey, you thought you got away from me? Let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. All right? And this word is that pure water. And it has to be pure, which shows you, this is about truth, man. Truth is pure. It's not diluted or watered down. All right? It is what it is. This water isn't contaminated. It's water. It's pure. So it is what it is. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. So there you go, man. We can depend on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Brothers have to understand that, hey, some brothers are weaker in the faith than you are, but nevertheless, them brothers are still in the faith. They're still going on the highways and byways. They're trying, all right? Just like, if you're around someone who's younger, it can be frustrating because they don't know some of the things that you know. But at the end of the day, you have to remember, they're not built up as you are. Everyone has their own spirit, but they're still of the faith, all right? So, Lord willing, this was simple and edifying. Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.